So this is a video illustrating the case for multiple salons. So what I did is that I just took the Excel file that was supplied and I downloaded it. I downloaded a template and then just copied and pasted the data. And then I added some fake categories just to give an example. So then I went back and re-uploaded. So now I have all the products. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and create some locations. So I go to locations, then new location. And just for sake of argument, I'm going to create two for San Antonio and two for San Diego. So I now have four locations, two for San Antonio and two for San Diego. And if I look at my location, I can see that right now everything came into my default location because the locations weren't created. So now what I can do is I can do a mass transfer to populate the other location. So let's populate San Antonio 1, for example. So I just go to my default location. I can do that directly from the desktop here. I click on mass transfer. I select the target location and then let's call it initial load and create. So what it's going to do is going to show me everything that's available, and now I can go through and just pick and choose. So I can just go and just select. So I'm ready to start my transfer. So to make it simple, I'm just going to pick a couple of items that start with NO. So these are filters. Any of the filters will give me the ability to see what I'm doing here. And from here, I can just pick and choose what I want to send. So from this one, this location to this location, I see I have 12 here. So let's say I want to send 2. Save and next, and then one of this, save and next, and then one of these, save and next, and then 2 of these, for example, and then save and close. So I have those few items that I've selected, and the last thing I do is just process this transfer. So what that will do is I will just take a bunch of items and transfer them from my main location to one of the locations. So now I can see that I have 6 available into the San Antonio. So now that I have a location with some products, the other thing that I want to do is I want to create a user that will just have access to that one location. So this is a user that I'm creating that will just have permissions on the SA1 location. So to control his access, I'm going to go to my profile and then user permissions, edit. And for his location, I can remove access to everything else. So the only access he will have is to the SA1 location. So to illustrate the difference between the admin user and the specific user is I have 2 iPods. The one on the left is the user only. And if they look at the transfer, they only see the San Antonio location. The one on the right is an admin, and he'll see all the location and be able to review and do movements and counts for everything. So what I want to do now is just do a quick count on the SA1 location just to see how we can capture the variance between what should be there and what is there at the moment that we count. I go through the wizard to create a very quick count with only one location. So on my mobile, I see my count, select the first item, count it. I'm just going to count one of everything. We have a keyboard that allows you to enter numbers very quickly using your finger, or you can use a calculator, or you can use a little sliding bar. So many different ways of doing it. For now, I'm just going to put one of everything, so just to illustrate the point. I quickly go through and scan and count all my items. And here I'm able to see that because I counted one of everything and I had 2, 1, 1, 2, I can see that consumed was one of each. So now I can actually process the count, and he'll update the inventory in the SA1 location, and he will also give me a report of what was sold for that period. And here's my report. I have the option to export it to Excel or to a PDF. And now if I look at my location, I can see the updated quantity, obviously, since I've done a count. And then the final steps would be to go to the analytics modules, and you'd be able to review all the transactions. You can filter by the type of whether it's a count or an in or an out, just to give you an idea You can select the date range. So there's a lot of options, and whatever you've selected, you can also report. The one thing that I did not illustrate is the ability to add what we call Swift ID, which are tags. You could have added tags to any of the transactions that I just demonstrated. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Basically, is a lot more. I just want to give you an overall view of how the platform works, and be happy to spend more time going over it. Thank you.